everyone, I'm Kai from Kai's Kreations. If you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. You can stick around for a while if you like by hitting that subscription button, and if you click it when the bell rings, you should get notified every time I upload a new video so you won't miss anything. I do tons of Dollar Tree DIYs. I work at Dollar Tree in Post Falls, Idaho. I do tons of Dollar Tree DIYs. I do Dollar Tree and Walmart and other place hauls. And I have a new segment I do now, Munchie Mondays, where I review Dollar Tree snacks. So, lots of Dollar Tree fun, you guys. Anyways, what I have for you today is I was playing around making some new shelves in my closet with milk crates. These things that somebody thankfully donated to me because I was looking for some. And you can spray paint these if you want to, and you can zip tie them together. You can do so many things with these to class them up a bit and then stack them and make them really nice shelves in your closet or even your room. Even those little bins from Walmart will fit right in them. Excuse me, those little soft bins. But today, what I was doing is making these lovely little shelf liners to line the shelves with. So these are made out of foam board and contact paper, both from Dollar Tree, and they just slide right in here like that. This one's a tiny bit big. There you go. And now I have a really nice shelf to put my stuff on. Isn't that pretty? So there you go. And like I said, you can spray paint these to class them up even more. You can zip tie them together for more security, but they do stack pretty well. You can use other Dollar Tree shelves or bookshelves, and if you don't want to do the contact paper on the actual shelves themselves, or like in my case, the milk crates don't have an even, necessarily landing for my stuff, and I have some other shelves in my room that are wire shelving, so some littler things might fall through. I just didn't like that it was a nice smooth flat surface, so I added the foam board with the contact paper so that I can have a nice smooth flat surface that's also decorated and pretty. You can get this contact paper in many different designs at Dollar Tree. And I used, for this project, I used one foam board, the big ones, and one roll of contact paper. Now, if you want more, if you want to cover the bottom of your foam board, then you're going to need 2 rolls for this project. But I figured the bottom isn't going to show, so I'm not going to do the bottom. But I'm going to show you how I did the top. First of all, I want to show you some cutting things with foam board. I have had a lot of trouble because I've seen other DIYs, and I've tried to do it with an X-Acto knife. That didn't work that great. I've tried to do it with a rotary cutter, with scissors, I mean, you name it. And almost always I end up with kind of a rough edge, which if it's straight enough and you're going to cover it with contact paper, then that's good enough. And if you guys have some tips in the comments below, let me know. What's worked for you for cutting foam board? What hasn't worked for you cutting foam board? If something's worked really, really well, I'd love to hear about that. But for me, I always get these rough edges. But I did figure out, this is a scrap piece I'm going to show you on today. I did figure out today something that made it a little bit easier and a little bit more straighter. And like I said, as long as it's even this straight, you guys, which is not straight, if I cover this with contact paper, you're not going to notice that that edge isn't totally straight because the contact paper is going to fold over straight, if that makes any sense. So as long as you get it near perfect or near straight, if you're covering it with contact paper, it won't matter. Now, if you're building something else with your foam board, you're going to have to be really careful how you cut it. Play around with a scrap piece first and figure out what works best to cut at a really, really straight edge so that you can glue them together and build stuff and things like that. But anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this from Dollar Tree also, this cutting square or measuring square. I forget exactly what they call it, but these are super sturdy. It's not super long, but it's super sturdy, and they have the measurements on the front and back. I really like these because, especially if you find something like the foam board, let's say, where these two edges have been cut off, so I'm not positive they're straight, but these two edges were part of the original foam board, so I know they are straight. So what I can do is put that down there, and let's see, how do I want to cut? Put it down, put this on the bottom where I know it's a straight edge, and push it down, and now I know this is going to be a straight cut. So I take my pencil and I go ahead and draw like that. Now, what I have found to help is, number one, if you have a scoring tool, then that's great. You can go ahead and score it while the ruler is still there. You don't want to push down too hard because you'll just poke through the board and it'll get stuck. Just lightly score it a little bit, and you can always pull up if it gets stuck, and then you can always go over it again. Like I said, you want to just very lightly drag, and you can keep going over it again and again to drag it more, like that. Now, here's what I found works really well. I found this tool in my stash. I'm not really sure where this came from. I am fairly sure it might have come from the dollar store, and I'm even more sure that I believe it was actually part of a Play-Doh kit. I got this years ago, so that's why I honestly don't remember where I got it. But it's got this great serrated edge, so it's like stronger than most scoring tools, but not necessarily super strong enough to cut through stuff, but better than my rotary tool. This is what I found. So I hold my ruler up there, and I just run this along, and again, kind of like the score, I go slow at first, and then I go a little bit harder the next time. So I go real light, go over it real light, and then go over it real hard where you're pushing down, and make sure you're holding on, pushing down on that ruler too. And you just do that a few times. After you do it a few times, you've got this line here, and I just bend it back, just like that. And sometimes if you've done enough, you can just bend it the other way and snap it off. Or if not, you'll see that line, so I can put this down and just gently go over the back side where I see the line coming through with that same scoring tool, like that. Okay, now see what happens? Not perfect, but a really pretty near close straight edge. So if you have a tool like this, I've just showed you how, or you see one like at a store somewhere, grab it, because they're not very expensive, I know that, and it works really well for cutting this foam board versus me trying to use my X-Acto knife and then my scissors to even it up and blah 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 blah. That was a pain in the butt, you guys. So I have found an easy way if you can find a cutter like this. And again, like I said, if you have a really easy way or something that works really well for you, please leave that in the comments and let me know. I would love to hear about it. Now, what I'm going to do is take the piece that I have measured for the milk crates. Now, milk crates are pretty standard size, so if you guys want to know, and you want to make this exact creation for your milk crate shelves, this is 12 inches by 10 inches, pretty much exact. So this is 12 inches by 10 inches. So if you measure that on a foam board and cut it out, then you should have a perfect piece. Then, for the contact paper, I've already done this, but I'll take the roll, and what I'll do is I'll roll out the roll. Let's see if I can show you how we do it. Roll out the roll and lay this down and just kind of eyeball where it is. I want at least about an inch on each side all the way around. I want some to overlap. So you want an inch of overlap at least on every single side of the 4 sides of this rectangle we have here. So that's what you want. So you lay that out, you cut out your contact paper, then you're ready to go. Then what I do with little pieces like this, You can use, you know, like your Cricut tools or your, I forget what these called, these little tools where you slide on the contact paper super slow on the front, blah, blah, blah. But here's what I like to do. And it's not any harder, and it's a little bit easier. Let's see if I can get an end here. This is the hard part. Getting that contact paper to peel off sometimes can be a pain in the butt. But you just have to have a little bit of patience and keep messing with it. Come on. Oh boy. These don't want to go today. And I don't have much patience usually, but I try. Okay, I think I almost got that one. Come on. Let's see. Come on. For the purpose of videotaping, it's going to be like, no, sorry. This is going to take 10 minutes of your video. I could pause the video, but I don't think it'll take that long to get this, but I don't know. It's giving me a little bit of a hard time here today. Why aren't you opening? It's like I said, they're usually not this difficult, but today, Murphy's Law. Heidi, stop. And now my dog's going to start barking, because she heard my roommate's dog's barking. Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay, I'm pausing the video. We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. I finally got a corner off, you guys. And I think my dog to stop barking for a minute. Okay, so once I get that corner off, I'm just going to carefully peel it off. You want to be a little bit careful because sometimes if it bends, you'll wrinkle a piece and get a big line. And I don't know, it just frustrates me and makes it a little harder. Then, okay, I'm going to get it off and I'm going to face it this way. Now it is, it's trying to stick to things. This is contact paper, pretty side down, sticky side up, okay? And if you've got a nice flat surface, like I said, this works pretty well. So I'm going to take this, keeping in mind that I have about 1.5 inches or so all the way around the edges. I'm just going to lay it down on one end, put it in the center, and lay it down on one end, and then lay it down on the other end. Then I'm going to flip it over and just kind of hold it up and make sure it's all smooth. And if it's not, like you got an air bubble, it's pretty forgiving, guys. You can lift this up like this and then just smooth out that bubble like this. You know, and you can get your tool if you want. Like I said, you can use that one, like that, and just kind of go over it. There we go. Okay. So now I know this whole front side is down there nice and smooth and flat and good. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over. It's trying to stick to my mat. That's okay. Like I said, it's forgiving. Now, when you flip it over, here's what you want to do. You're going to take each corner and you're going to fold it up like this. Just like that. Let me see if I can lift this up. Just like that. Okay, guys? Fold that point in and then, let's see, oops. Oh, we're having all kinds of technical difficulties today. Okay, and then smooth out that edge, smooth out that edge. Smooth out both edges so it's going to look like that. Okay? Then you just do that on the other corner. Like I said, fold that point all the way straight in. So it looks almost like another square on the end here. Smooth it out. Start from the inside edge and smooth out the other one. It's okay if it wrinkles a little bit. Just try not to let it wrinkle too much. Smooth that out. Okay. Go to the other side. I'm going to go ahead, do that quarter in. Smooth it out. Smooth it out. I'm going to do this last corner and smooth it out. Smooth it out. Smooth it out. Then, I usually like to start on the little sides, the shorter sides for this. You're just going to take this flap, fold it in at the middle, and smooth it out with your thumbs, and pull it tight against that edge. So it's going to look like that. There you go. Okay? Alright, then I'm going to go to that other short end and do the same thing. Pull it up, push it down with your thumbs in the middle, and then out to either side like that. So it's nice and tight against the edge and pulled over and taped over so it won't come off. Then do that with the long sides. Same thing. Pull it with your thumbs. Spread it out nice and flat and even. Do the other side. Pull it up. Smooth it with your thumbs in the middle. And then smooth it out the rest of the way. You want to go kind of up and out. So in and out to the piece. That's how you're smoothing. There we go. So that's what the back side looks like now. And this is what the front side looks like. And then, as I showed you guys, you can now line your shelves. This one's a little bit big, but that's okay because you can get it in there, push it down, and it's going to stay really nicely. Look how pretty that is, you guys. Beautiful. And I'll probably even add another one to, once I stack these, I may add another one to the top shelf just so it matches and looks pretty. That would be another foam board though, because it did take me one foam board to make 4 of these. And like I said, one foam board and 1 roll of contact paper and some free crates if you can get them from somewhere. $2 project, guys. $2 project, and you've got 4 beautiful shelves. Now, if you want to make it a little bit more project, you can buy some zip ties for security and some spray paint to, you know, if I sprayed all those black, or, you know, maybe a matching color, if I had a different contact paper that had a color to it, would look amazing. So, simple, easy peasy, and like I said, those, material boxes with the little handles on them that they have at Dollar Tree that fold down and fold up, they fit perfectly in those squares as well. So that's another way you could customize those shelves by putting those on them. So that's it for right now. Just a short little video. Wanted to show you guys what I'm doing and give you guys some tips and tricks on cutting foam board and making decorative little shelves for your room, or your craft area or whatever. Anyways, if no one's told you today, thank you for watching, first of all. And if no one's told you today, you are enough, you are important, and I, for one, am glad you're here. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you would, please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any more videos from me. I want to get this video to, let's say, 100 likes at least, and 100 subscribers. Every single like, every single subscription, every single comment helps YouTube notice me just a little bit more and helps grow my channel. So I really appreciate it and love it. You guys have a very great, blessed day, and happy crafting. Bye.